Your heart's racing, your chest feels tight, your brain is screaming, "Something's wrong!" But you look around and nothing is happening. That's anxiety, your body's alarm system firing when there's no fire. There's a smoke alarm in your brain. When there's real danger, that alarm is your best friend. It jolts you awake, gets you moving, saves your life. But the problem is, this alarm doesn't just go off for fire. It goes off for burned toast, or for steam from the shower, or sometimes for no reason at all. That's anxiety. It's not bad, it's just overly dramatic. Anxiety actually started as a survival feature. Thousands of years ago, it was a lifesaver. Imagine you're a hunter-gatherer. You hear rustling in the bushes. Instantly, your body reacts. Muscles tense, heart pounds, adrenaline surges. You're ready to fight or run. That was anxiety keeping our ancestors alive. Fast forward to today. The bushes don't hide lions anymore. They hide text messages, job interviews, bills, or awkward social situations. The world has changed, but the brain's alarm system hasn't updated its software, so it still reacts as if every little stress is a life or death threat. If you've ever been anxious, you know it's not just being a little worried, it's a full-body takeover. Your heart speeds up like you're sprinting, even if you're sitting still. Your stomach twists into knots. Sometimes it feels like butterflies. Sometimes it feels like a rock. Your hands get clammy, shaky, restless. Your breathing goes shallow, like you can't get enough air. And your thoughts? They don't walk, they run. 1,000 what-ifs looping on repeat. It's your body preparing for battle, when the only enemy is a meeting invite on your calendar. The sneakiest thing about anxiety is how real it feels. It tells you your racing heart means something's wrong. If you don't think about this nonstop, something bad will happen. If you just avoid that situation, you'll be safe. And because the feelings are so physical, pounding chest, sweaty palms, shaky voice, you believe it. That's anxiety's superpower, making its lies feel like facts. Let's put this into real life. Example 1. You're about to give a presentation. You're prepared, notes in hand, but your brain plays a horror movie. What if you mess up? What if everyone laughs? What if you completely blank out? Your body reacts like you're being chased by a bear. Except it's not a bear. It's just 30 people waiting to hear your slides. Example 2. You're in bed, lights off, about to sleep. Out of nowhere, your brain whispers, "What if you left the stove on? What if tomorrow goes terribly wrong? What if blah blah blah?" Now you're wide awake, staring at the ceiling, fighting imaginary disasters. That's anxiety, pulling you into the past and dragging you into the future so you can't stay in the present. People often mix up stress and anxiety. They're cousins, but not twins. Stress is like carrying a heavy box. You know exactly what's inside: a deadline, an exam, an argument. Once the problem is gone, the box gets lighter. Anxiety is different. It's like carrying a backpack full of mystery bricks. You don't know why it's heavy, you don't know what's inside, and even when life is calm, it's still strapped to your shoulders. Here's the good news. You can't uninstall anxiety, but you can outsmart it. Think of it like training a nervous guard dog. The dog barks at everything. Shadows, mailmen, even leaves blowing across the yard. Yelling at it doesn't work, but gentle training, little by little, teaches it when to calm down. Here are a few ways to train your brain's alarm system. 1. Breathing reset. Slow, steady breathing is like hitting the reset button. Inhale deep like you're smelling fresh cookies. Hold. Exhale slow like blowing out birthday candles. It signals your nervous system, we're safe. 2. Grounding in reality. When anxiety drags you into what if, anchor yourself in what is. Look around. Name 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, 1 you can taste. It's simple, but it yanks your brain back into the present. 3. Move the energy. Anxiety fills your body with restless energy. If you just sit with it, it builds. Get up, stretch, walk, do jumping jacks. Move until your body catches up with your mind. 4. Talk back to anxiety. When your brain says, danger, you don't have to believe it. You can answer, thanks brain, but I've checked and everything's fine. It's not about shutting anxiety off, it's about taking the steering wheel back. For some people, anxiety doesn't just show up once in a while, it takes up permanent residence. The alarm rings day and night, and no quick fix seems to help. That's when it's time to get support. Talking to a friend, a parent, or a therapist is like calling in backup. Therapists have tools and strategies that go beyond breathing and grounding, and sometimes medication helps rebalance the system. Needing help doesn't mean you're weak, it means you're smart enough to call a mechanic when your car alarm won't stop blaring. Here's something worth remembering: anxiety is not your identity, it's not who you are. Picture a snow globe, shake it, and glitter storms everywhere, swirling so wildly you can't see what's inside. That storm is anxiety. But look closer. Underneath the glitter, the little house and trees haven't moved. They're still there. You are the snow globe. Anxiety is just the glitter storm. It's loud, it's messy, but it always settles. Anxiety feels isolating, like you're the only one spinning, the only one whose alarm won't shut off. But here's the truth. Millions of people feel it. It's one of the most common mental health struggles on the planet. The more we talk about it, the less power it has. Anxiety thrives in silence. Breaking that silence is how you shrink it down to size. So here's the takeaway. Anxiety is not weakness, not madness, not a flaw. It's just your brain's smoke alarm going off too often. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's way too much, but it's never the whole story of who you are. And if you've ever felt anxious, remember, you're not broken, you're human. If this helps you see anxiety in a new way, give us a thumbs up and stick around. We're breaking down more mental health topics in simple, clear language anyone can understand. And subscribe, share this with someone who might need it, and let's make complicated things simple.